Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hush Hallows, a Monster of the Week story here on Dice Priori. We are back for episode 10 of our Monster of the Week story, set in Ty's world, there you are, of Hush Hallows. Yeah. So, before we introduce the rest of the cast, I am Matthew. I'll do some channel announcements. I am Matthew Foreman. I play Oak Williams. He's a spellslinger. He uses he/him pronouns. I use he/him pronouns. Couple channel announcements. Community Theater is back. It will return on August 29th, and the casting call is out for... It is out for Mouse Guard, which is really interesting. A lot of people aren't willing to put in the work for that kind of really interesting game for a one-shot, but Liz is doing it, and you should check it out. It's a really great system. I know because I've played Burning Wheel. Burning Wheel's a great system. It's the same system. If you're enjoying tonight's stream, be sure you're following. If you're already following, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, consider gifting a subscription. I think those are the most important announcements. Thank you for your support. Take it away, Alexis.
Hello, I'm Alexis. You can find me at VoxFanato on the Twitters and such, and I use she/her pronouns. And tonight I am going to be playing Darlene Gray, who is a hex and also uses she/her pronouns. My little announcement is I'm sort of easing my way back in, so you might see a couple occasional Alexis Attempts art streams here and there when I'm feeling up to it, and stay tuned in our Discords and on our socials and general to see when we're, bringing the rest of our shows back full time, when I'm back full time. Thank you, everybody, for all of your support in my little health crisis. Chris.
Oh, hi. My name is Chris. You can find me here. You can also find me on Mythos Mystery Society. I'll be running a Labor Day weekend game. It'll be a good time. I'm excited for it. Besides that, I play Raphael the Divine. And I think it's it. I rearranged my room, and everyone's happy with it, which is good, because I'm happy with it. My feng shui's on. It's all in balance. I'm going to hand it to Emma.
Hello. I am Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. I use she/her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Lucy Doe using the Monstrous playbook, and she also uses she/her pronouns. I don't know who's left. Did we all go? Kaya, do you need to go?
Kaya.
It's fine.
My brain isn't great these days, so
I feel. Hey everyone, I'm Kaya Gasson. I play Isabeau Hauer. We both use she/her pronouns. I play the Pararomantic playbook opposite my hellhound boyfriend, played by our keeper, Ty.
That's me. I am Ty. I'm the keeper for this game. You can find me at Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. You can also find me at Mythos Mystery Society, where we have some new episodes up on YouTube and podcast from our Bruno Palooza weekend, where we played a lot of funny one-shots that were ridiculous and just went way off the rails. And with that, I think we will get started with the recap. Last week in Hush Hallows, Oak and Hector in the basement did a little bit more research. While Cal, Isabeau, and Raphael finished up some investigation at Possum's Lodge and took a shot there before driving home and slightly damaging Raphael's truck. Using a map that Raphael gained from the lodge, the party decided to go in 3 different directions, to different points where the hunters were located. The hunters may have gone missing, the ones that had turned up dead. The plan shifted unknowingly at the last minute, with 2 parties heading to 4 o'clock, and 2 parties heading to 8 o'clock, 1 party heading to 4 o'clock, no one attending 1 o'clock. And that's where we left off. So, when we begin, there is a dense, cold fog covering every inch of this forest, as Raphael, Hector, Lucy and Oak all stand over the decimated corpse of this bizarre stag. Raphael, your fingers graze the wounds left on your body from using your healing magics. Your eyes drift towards Oak, stabilized but bleeding badly, on death's door just moments ago. You feel a knot twisting in the pit of your stomach, which, while might be attributed to the 3 Dutch babies, pound of ham, and 2 shots of Everclear-based drinks you've consumed in the last 24 hours, you also feel an emotional offness in the back of your mind.
You know, my mom always said, when I got a funny feeling, you should really listen to it because something's trying to tell you something.
Yeah, it could be indigestion.
I mean, could be a little bit, but you know, you gotta stop dying.
I promise it's not. I don't like dying.
I mean, I've been assigned a divine mission to make sure you don't die. You make it really hard. You know that?
I was just walking in flying in a forest and I got stabbed. I feel like you're blaming the victim here.
I'm blaming you a little bit. Yeah, I am. You're not too careful. You're pretty wild with the magic. You think you're rather invincible. Is what I think.
Wish Darlene were here. I look better by comparison. No one noticed how much I was using magic when she was around.
I mean, open up my shirt. I've noticed a little bit.
What am I supposed to do? I'm a warlock. What is misspell slinger? I don't know what we call magic users in this world. I'm a magician.
Butter mage.
A mage. I'm a mage.
You can still mage and not put your body at harm, which is other people's bodies at harm.
I never quit it. Okay. I never learned, like, magic missile or anything. I only know how to get up close and personal. I've tried. It doesn't. I can create walls and I can do blasts. I can't do anything from afar. Hey, maybe I could make my skin permanently hard as a rock. So, like, when I get stabbed, it doesn't hurt as bad. But then I'll look like the Thing.
I mean, that could be a solution. Just be aware, my mom always said when I was playing, football and having fun outside with the other kids and getting hurt, that when you hurt yourself, you don't just hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you have to, when you heal me, you take on my wounds. It doesn't make me feel good.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm leaving, I guess. Hector's not here. I guess we got what we needed.
Yes I am. I don't know how to do Hector's voice, so this is as close as it gets.
Voice number 6!
Yeah, it's fake Hector. As he holds a syringe full of eyeball juice.
Do we have everything we need, Hector?
I think. And he's like staring at the syringe.
I'd like to take a snap of this wood, since this is another time where this wood is animating undead stuff. I'd like to take a piece of it.
Yeah, you can write down that you have a piece of it.
Okay. And then I think I'm gonna check my phone and well, wait, we don't really use cell phones here.
I didn't. That makes sense.
Piece of undead bark. And then I realize I don't have any reception probably, and then I'm gonna try to fly back to home base.
You're gonna fly back to home base?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I want you to roll Keep It Cool. Not Keep It Cool. Act Under Pressure. Different game.
Yeah.
Act Under Pressure.
Rolling cool. Am I dealing with the consequences of my own?
No.
I have to ask every time.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's this. 6. I believe that's a miss.
That is a miss. You can mark XP. You begin to fly off in trying to clear this forest, and the fog is just unbelievably thick. And you get turned around. And you are flying generally upward to clear this forest and just to get back to Nana's. But even flying in that direction, it seems off. You keep flying up, trying to break the canopy, but you don't. For an extended period of time. Longer than it should take.
Oof. Raphael? I'm going to shout for him, like kind of try to fly back to the ground and shout for Raphael.
You do not hear any response.
Oh. I'm lost.
Raphael and Lucy. What do you do as you are in this forest as well?
You know, Lucy, I just don't think anyone really understands that, or he really understands other people care for him, you know? Like, it really stresses me out when he's so careless all the time, you know?
Are you crying?
I'm not crying, I'm just stressed.
I'm not sure what that's like, but
My poor car.
it's okay.
I appreciate that.
The reality is people are going to make the decisions that they make, and that's for them to keep. And sometimes they impact other people, and sometimes they don't, but gotta let them do what they're going to do.
I guess so. Even if a divine ink lady tells you otherwise. Gotta
Right.
let them be their own person. Look at my poor truck.
Yeah,
You know,
that is unfortunate.
This is my granddad's truck. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Well,
Did you want to talk about him?
no.
Okay.
I would like to eat more meat, probably.
I think we should go get you some meat then.
All right. That's good. You know, my mama would always kind of rub my head and make me comfy like that, and I get stressed out. You do it a little more disdainfully. But that's not bad.
I'm not good with the living at all. I'm better with the dead. So
I feel like I should maybe read into that, but I won't.
nope, nothing to read into.
I don't think too good like that. Let's go.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Both roll act under pressure.
With my new +1, I have a 10.
Oh my.
Yes.
You confidently walk to where the truck is. And as you do, through this thick fog, you feel the ground begin to give underneath you a little bit. And you see the trees begin to warp and bend unnaturally. But you continue to walk and eventually make your way out. As you do, you feel a fluttering in your pocket.
Ooh. Where's Lucy?
She's not. What'd you get, Lucy?
I also got a 10.
Oh, good. She's not out yet.
I'll check the fluttering in my pocket.
You check the pamphlet, which is dyed black on the tip of it from when you stuck it in. And the ink begins to melt down in 3 bold words. Which I'm sending to you.
Secrets.
Lucy, you experience the same thing as you're walking through. Ground begins to give a little bit. The trees seem to wave more than they should, more than a strong breeze. You make your way out as well. Right next to Raphael. What you guys see too, moments later, you walk out a couple seconds after Raphael, is you see Hector walk out, and he looks pale and out of sorts. And as he looks to his El Camino, and as you look as well, there is a single long slash mark from the tip the car to be back on the driver's side.
Does it normally look like that?
No.
I mean, I'd say this could be the work of some hooligans. Key in your car, but that key looks like
That's a big key.
a big one, yeah.
Yeah. And he kind of stares at it for a little while, and then kind of fumbles with his keys and gets in.
I'd like to heal the wound on the car.
Good.
I don't know.
Good. Roll suit.
I
Hold on, where are we going?
I was gonna. I mean, you want to ride or someone to ride with you? Maybe someone to drive? You look a little out of sorts, my friend.
No, I think I'll be
Lucy
okay.
here is an expert driver. I've seen her take to the roundabouts like NASCAR. I've watched me some NASCAR, I tell you what. So let me help you by moving you over out of your seat and putting Lucy in yours, and she'll tell you where to go.
Okay. And he moves to the passenger seat.
Lucy, do you know how to drive?
You've seen me drive.
I mean, I knew that. I wasn't lying to him or nothing.
No.
Yeah, great driver.
And you get into the driver's seat of the El Camino. And as you two begin to drive off, or the three of you begin to drive off in a direction.
I'll take my truck, yeah.
Yeah, the camera shifts. Darlene, you stand on the main street of Hush Hallows. It is the dead of night and there is no signs of life around you. No movement, no noise. You do not remember how you got here.
Am I still in my pajamas?
No, you are wearing your going out clothes, whatever you wear usually. What is Darlene? Have we played? I know for sure Kai hasn't played with Darlene. Darlene, what does you look
Oh,
like?
she has. We've played
Has she?
together.
Oh, right. Okay, everyone has. It's Hector hasn't played with
I almost
That's
killed
right.
him.
Hector,
That's
yeah,
right.
that's right. Hector hasn't played with Darlene.
Hello, nice
Okay.
to meet you. Let me really
You know what?
botch healing your
You
torso.
still might want to do an introduction. It has been over a year. What does
Fine.
Darlene look like?
Darlene is a woman of about average height with, strawberry blonde hair. She is about upper 30s. She has a very fair complexion, very freckled. I think I said she has some freckles. She has freckles now, and she is. Her hair is nicely done with a soft wave, and she is wearing you said going out clothes, so she's probably wearing a red dress and some red pumps, and is looking quite nice. She's the kind of person who likes to put her best foot forward, and she puts that forward in her composure and appearance.
You are standing completely alone on this street. What do you do?
Look around. Do I have I have my nice phone with my. Do I have my phone on me?
As you check yourself for a phone, the only thing you find on you is your knife.
Well, it's going to be that kind of a night then. Darlene sort of runs a hand across her torso where there is a healing large wound, and sort of grimaces where the muscles are still a bit sore. Well, and there is what time of night do I think this is?
You look around and it seems to be the dead of night. There is a full moon overhead. There's no one around you. As you continue to look, you see in front of you on the street the bubbling as a pool of blood begins to form in front of you, growing wider and wider.
Well, this is just really not gonna go be a good night. Does it seem like it's coming from anywhere?
It seems like it's coming from the middle, like in the middle of the street. Like all asphalt. There's not a sewer or anything. It's just
Not coming
bubbling
up from a grate or anything.
No.
Okay. I'm going to. We're going to start out with some magic.
Sure.
I'm going to start up with some telekinesis.
Interesting. What are you doing? Tell me. You first roll it and then tell me what happens. Or I'll tell you what happens.
Or I could use my new move, actually. I've been thinking about this. It's just, okay, so sorry, my nerves. The blood is just like kind of gathering here.
Yeah, it's gathering up. It's bubbling up into a wider and wider pool in front of you.
Does this seem reminiscent of anything I've seen in this town so far?
Your blood ratio in this town is astronomical. The amount
Like the
of blood
golem?
you've seen. Yes. And the
Okay.
throat blood and there's
Yeah.
a lot of blood you've encountered. But
Right, the
nothing
blood
specific.
that moves on its own is more
No,
like
yeah, I
that
mean,
blood
no.
golem or...
No. It doesn't remind you of that necessarily. It's a strange occurrence, but doesn't specifically remind you of that encounter.
And a quick look around doesn't show me anybody manipulating it or anything like that.
No.
Okay, I have a new power called Force of Will that I got from leveling up at the end of last session I played. So when you apply your force to dispelling a magical effect, blocking a spell, or suspending a phenomenon, roll plus weird.
Interesting. So you're trying to disperse this?
I'm going to try to, at least for the moment, prepare my will as like a wall between myself and this blood, and if it acts in a manner that should cause me some harm, I want to shut it down. So I'd like to observe for a moment to get my bearings, but I'm prepared.
You're blocking is what you're trying to do. Is that one?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I want to put up a block that's ready to snuff it. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm rolling plus my weird, so that brings me to a 7. So just barely.
Okay.
We're starting real great.
You can take 1 harm as a strain of dismissing this magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says.
Right.
In the book.
So it sure does. That's what it says right there. Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
We're starting off real strong with the harm. Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to take 1 harm and shut this thing down.
You extend your magics into this blood pool that's happening, and it explodes. Just blood spurts out in every direction, and what is left is the outline of a body, just outlined by this blood. And as you take a deep gasp in, you wake up at the wake and bake, opened wound from your 1 harm.
Oh,
in your pajamas.
For the love of... Ow!
As you wake up as well, it is nighttime. You see a note by the side of your bed.
I will read that note.
What does it say, Isabeau? You wrote it. You left the note for Darlene.
Sure did. Sure freaking, I'm pretty sure 100% been chewing on ice. I'm pretty sure it said that we were all congregated over at Nana's. I don't remember what it was, but I left her a note. It was kind of just like
I assume it said that. It
when
doesn't
you
have to say
wake
anything
up,
else.
we're like over there. I can't for the life of me fucking remember what I wrote, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Like where
That's the
we
gist
were.
of it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Like, oh, if you wake up, if you need anything, I think I put my number on there. We're over at Nana's.
I'm gonna call Oak.
She's not smart.
You, as you call Oak, you get a busy signal.
I'll try Raphael.
Same.
I go through the list. I try Lucy.
As you try every number, it's either busy,
And then I try
like
Isabeau.
disconnected, like not disconnected, busy, like this call cannot be reached at this moment, stuff like that. But no, there's no cell service currently, or something odd is happening with it.
And I don't know Isabeau well enough to know if the note is actually in her hand. Okay. I will call an Uber or something, I guess, and try to get over to Nana's, because that's the best lead I've got. But I'm going with all of my preparations.
Yeah, as you get ready and an Uber, there's no Uber service out here, but there is a taxi.
Okay. I'm taking things from Brogy's first to anything that I think Oak might need for some big magic.
As you go downstairs, Brogy is asleep on the couch.
And I'll leave the money.
As is the typical way.
As is our way, as is Brogy's way.
What are you taking? Just kind of other things you.
I'm
think
looking
might be
for
helpful?
things, candles, whatever.
Sure. Yeah,
whatever.
That's not an issue. A chalk, you can find that.
Another salt lamp in case one of them is, in case Oak's is broken.
Oak is not here. Brogy has not had time to replace the first salt lamp yet, but you can find chalk and candles.
All right then. Yeah, all that shit. I'm trying to leave as prepared as possible for me.
You get prepared and step out into the streets of Hush Hallows, ready for your next destination. And we switch. Isabeau, your head is ringing after being thrown from your bike. A large pile of bones inches from your face. Roll to act under pressure.
Sure. It's a straight dice roll. Why not? Let's roll the bone dice. Hey! Straight 10.
That's good. You see Cal, struggling from the other side, a little banged up. Trying to push himself to standing.
I will go over to him to try and help him to his feet.
He coughs up a little bit of blood.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even see that. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm alright. Maybe, motorcycles in the forest aren't great.
Looking back on it, it probably wasn't the best idea, but at the same time, I saw it and I knew that this is where Lucy and Raphael were going, and I didn't. And I'll kind of think, and I'm gonna look around and see if I see that thing.
With your normal eyes or your special eyes?
My special eyes.
Yeah, roll spirit spirit touch.
11.
Very good.
Because I just upped my weird to +2, so.
Very nice. You see. Here's what you see. You do see a very, once again, now even larger that you're closer, a very large shape in pretty close proximity. Looks almost. It just looks massive, like a wall almost. And what you see as well with your 11 is your eyes as they turn orange. Something leads you up. And above you see hundreds of tiny motes of light.
Okay.
And they are floating downwards.
Cal, I think I've made a mistake.
The bike?
No, I think we gotta go. Do you think we can get the bike up?
It looks pretty damaged. You could try that, but it's gonna have to be a roll.
What is it just looks like a wall?
With your spirit eyes, yeah.
Does it?
It's far enough off, and the fog is pretty thick with normal eyes where you can't yet see it.
Okay. And then there's motes of light, and they're coming down. To the motes of light look mean? I don't know what.
They've
Are we
got
talking like
little angry
UFO?
faces. No, they're like tiny. And as your spirit touched ability kind of fades and your eyes go back to normal, you can see above the canopy of the trees floating downward are hundreds and hundreds of sapphire petals.
I don't know what any of this means. I always feel so dumb every week. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Do I see any sign of Lucy and Raphael? Do I see the truck or anything like that?
No. And is what I think you've actually for sure have used you've used spirit touch before around them. You know both of them give off a certain like aura.
Right. Okay. Well, the good news is I don't think they're here. I think we should probably. Does sapphire petals mean anything to you, Cal?
I'm using a roll intelligence.
So great. Yes. -1 sharp crew.
-1 sharp. That's a 4 minus 1 is a 3. He like kind of looks. His eyes look up and then he sees them, and he's like, not off the top of my head, but that doesn't seem normal.
Yeah, I just saw there's a big wall that is probably not on this plane over there. I kind of gesture. And then there's these lights that are coming down. I think we should probably get out of here. I don't know what's up. But I don't think Lucy and Raphael are here, and I don't feel safe.
He begins booking it. Like as soon as that, you think he tries to grab your hand and gets ready to just run.
Yep, I will let him grab it, and we'll try to get back to the main road and see if we can thumb a ride.
As you act, you need to roll act under pressure one more time.
Yeah, sure, why not? 6.
Yeah, okay.
That's a fail.
Yeah. Sure, it's Mark XP though.
I know, as soon as I find a pencil. I don't know what this means. And we're dead.
You run, like he's leading you, and you run for what seems like a long time. In the fog is just thick, and you rode a motorcycle here. You're not 100% sure where you are, and you feel disoriented. And eventually you make it out, and the consequence you won't know yet.
That makes me uncomfortable. Are we both out?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we back at the main road?
Yes, you are back in the. Hold on, I zoomed in. Yes, you are back in the main road of Hush Hallows.
Okay. Do we at least know which way to go to head back towards Nana's?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then we will head back there, and if anybody drives by, maybe we can, or we just walk briskly.
Give me 1 second. I zoomed in.
No, you're okay.
Not working.
Terrifying.
I think he just froze.
He sure did.
Can't tell.
Quick,
He's
everybody.
He's always so stoic.
Metagame. Everybody, what's going on?
I was muted. Quick, mods are asleep. Oh,
Gross, the DM.
Am I just
don't
gonna-
worry. I'm not nervy.
This is very
Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
for sure. It's fine.
Everything's fine. How are
The
you?
monster of the week got Ty.
Oh,
Oh no.
Stop.
not fixing it until he comes back.
In the meantime, did Dice Party come up with a system that they're going to be using yet?
Is it heads up
Oh, for
7 up?
Ghost in the Machine?
You know what? We're
Yes.
gonna do Thumb War. What do you think?
We are gonna do Thumb War?
Yeah.
Better than the actual card game War.
Yes. Which
But
is
we're
just a
gonna-
matter of, it's like Candyland, but PvP, like more PvP.
But because Corona, it's going to be virtual Thumb War.
Yeah.
So
Like PvP Candyland.
that's right.
Yeah.
Take that.
Candyland is my favorite game. It's
I
so
love Candyland.
so much strategy
Shoots and ladders.
and nuance.
Oh,
always like Shoots and
Candyland
Ladders.
even has like a story to it you make up.
Yeah.
Like there's like the poo monster, or I guess it's chocolate monster.
Wasn't that was
Same thing.
It's what happens when you eat too much of the candy.
Yeah, that's where you end up.
Sugar.
But like
Got
I
the
only see
sugars.
him on the board, and I'm like, who is that? What's he doing here? Do I want to go there?
I don't know, do you?
That board's
my
got
gosh.
a story.
Do you know what the history is? I knew this. I heard it the other day. It was so weird. Do you know how Candyland got created?
I'm
There
all
was a
Acid trip?
school teacher who was diagnosed with polio, and during her time in recovery and dealing with that, she was surrounded by children who also had polio. So she developed a game for all of them to play together.
That teacher's name? Beyonce.
Matthew
She's a
Ty is
queen.
trying to get back in, but it says the meeting is locked.
Oh yeah.
that almost brings me to tears.
Isn't that
You
like
can join now.
We're not going to let him back. It's fine.
crazy?
Since my husband's listening to
If
this,
we don't
bit-
let Ty
bring
back
the
in,
pencil.
then no one dies.
That's true. We got him. Can you join?
Candyland
Figured
is
out
so
how to
deep
win.
now. It's so deep. Do you know that Uno was invented by a man that was
You know
by
Uno?
himself
I
in
I
a
was
Colombian
waiting.
prison
I was waiting.
and had
for
no
it.
one to play with?
All right.
So he just called it Uno.
According to the overlay, Kaya, you are now the keeper. So take
Yep,
it
well,
away.
great.
Perfect.
Take it over.
So everybody lives happily ever after.
Heal all your harm.
Everything's
Nailed it.
fine. Everybody go ahead and just
And the kids
level up.
that had polio got better
All better.
and continued to play Candyland.
The poo monster didn't.
Can I have so Chris, Kaya, Chris, Kaya, and Ty? Can you turn off your cameras? And then
My handsome face distract you.
Ty, turn your camera back on. Kaya, turn your camera back on. And then Chris, turn your camera back on. Thank you. Saves me some work. Thanks. All right, we can rock and roll now. God, Corey taught me that camera trick. Oh.
Well done.
Okay. Yeah, you guys do make it out, and you're
Cool,
on
we
the main
got
road.
back to Nana's, and I am keeping them close, super close.
Sure. You all make it. Actually, you don't all make it to Nana's. You all make it to about the main crossroads in Hush Hallows and see each other. Like the cars. Well, the only one who didn't is you see Oak just flying above. But Oak, you can see this from the skyline. You see the Camino, Raphael's truck, Isabeau and Cal on foot, and Darlene. Like you see a taxi headed that way. I guess we'll probably see Darlene in it.
What? We just got out?
Yeah, for now, everyone's out.
Thank the fucking gods.
I crashed my bike.
I'd hit the ground running, I think. Like, I'd fly, because once I realized I'm out of the forest, out of the fog, out of the cover. I had my gun out, because that was my next step. I was gonna, John Wick this shit. And I would, sprint over to them. I got lost.
And you said I'm arriving in the cab.
Yeah, you all kind of meet at like in the main crossroads. I think you like all just happen to see each other.
I stop my cab and I lean my head out the window. I'm like, what are we all doing?
You're alive.
Good to
Good
see
morning.
you, Evelyn.
Hello. Good evening. What day is it?
Oh.
Today.
What year is it?
What year is it?
The year is 2045. I'm sorry.
Been in a coma for quite some time.
A long time.
We still haven't solved this mystery.
We're still here.
Well, that's something I believe.
You,
I mean, we killed a monster guy. I don't remember why we went in the woods, but we did it. We haven't been to 1 o'clock yet.
Are y'all heading somewhere? Do y'all need a lift?
Yeah, did we all just want to climb into the bed of the El Camino?
I mean, I'm driving a vehicle. My vehicle. So
Do we all want to crawl
keep
into the
it.
bed of either the truck or the El Camino?
I am not feeling 100%. I think I'm gonna go back to Nana's.
You would get yourself a fat slab, Hector. You earned it.
Darlene would normally introduce herself to this person, but considering Maria's not here, we'll hold off on that.
I think like Hector is so out of it at this point. It looks just completely dissociated. Like just kind of take like Lucy would get out of the car and Hector would take over and drive home.
where are we headed?
Well, the good news is I've been to both to 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock and can tell you 1 o'clock is not great.
Why?
1 o'clock was where the boneyard was, right, Ty?
You found a pile of bones, yes.
Yeah.
At 1 o'clock.
There's a pile of bones. There's a huge incorporeal wall. A bunch of floating lights that were getting closer and closer. And then like a lot of sapphire petals above that. 4 o'clock, I guess, wasn't much better. I think I found where the hunters were. I've got some weapons. And yeah, You seem like you have a question.
Did we, this is a question for Ty. Did any of us see the petals from the fight?
You saw a petal. None of you saw the petals that left the body. That was the audience saw that. But yes, you saw petals in like on the roots that were sapphire. That did happen.
Oof. Did you say the petals were about to fall onto a pile of bones?
It would seem.
Those bones are. That's. Do you remember what we fought at Nana's?
Sure do.
Yeah, they had sapphire leaves on them. So.
Oh, fuck.
You know, I'm sorry to slow this all to a halt and be the molasses in this situation here, but would someone like to catch me up?
Not it.
There are zombies that are being animated by, we think, fairies, but definitely by like wood and leaves or flowers. They killed hunters. Nana's dead.
Like regular hunters.
Yeah,
Like-
regular hunters.
But
they
but
also
maybe
killed
hunters,
monsters.
maybe they just wanted to be alone
Those
without.
guys were not actual.
They were
monster
not
hunters,
actually
no.
hunting animals. They were,
So
you know.
and Nana got killed by them anyway, Nana's dead, and we are hunting down the source of whatever the hell is creating these zombies, which sounds like we might have found a source.
Okay.
We also killed something. It was
Yeah.
big.
It was a stag. It was animated just like those guys were. Those possum hunters, we'll call them.
I got hit by a car, and then I almost got choked out by a weird zombie dude.
Oh, and the police are looking for us because of people going missing and also the body they found that the church won't release, which I think is very weird.
Yeah.
And
I'll-
Ernest Honeycuff is the sheriff, and he's definitely at least pre-diabetic, possibly diabetic.
Oh no.
That's good to know. I will recount my dream, and then say, but when I woke up, the wound was there in waking life. So, I healed up, and now I'm hurt again.
Yeah. Join the club. I've got.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I got the shit kicked out of me.
Out of everyone, Oak looks
Pretty much. Oh,
Yes,
go ahead.
Out of
I was gonna say
everyone-
I'm pretty much bleeding all the time.
Yeah, especially Oak. I don't think you've ever seen Oak this messed up. He's stabilized, but is very close to death. Or at least
Oh,
was
shit.
moments ago.
Keeper, I have a question.
Mhm.
My cauterizing, is that attached to my cool or my weird now?
Weird.
Ooh.
Here we
Any-
go.
Anybody do you want me to
Roll the dice. Anyone want to roll the dice with your very lives?
Raphael, you want me to repay the favor? Who's hurting worse?
I mean, I just kind of need a nap
Oak,
and
Oak,
some ham. A ham nap.
Do you want me to close that up for you?
Oak, are you okay?
No.
No, I'm not okay.
Oak. Oak, would you like a hug?
I don't like hugs.
Okay.
You want to burn?
I think, see,
Might help.
I will say no to the burn. I'm not sure who you're offering to.
I don't know. Somebody looked fucked up. I have this cool thing where I can now cauterize a wound, and it usually makes somebody feel a little bit better. And it's only temporary, but I understand.
Are there side effects to your burn?
A scar.
I'm gonna point to Darlene.
No. I'm not. Listen, that
How
was a mistake.
I'm not going to be wearing a bikini for a little bit.
If you want to heal me through fire, go ahead. Sure. Can't get much worse. I'm gonna have a scar no matter what. Look at me. Like I point to like all the wounds.
Yeah, and as you would point to the wounds, there are still in one of the slightly open wounds there are fragments of antler and vines. I think you probably got most of them out.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
This wound has not been irrigated. I don't know. Water's not an element.
I'm going to, my instinct is to use telekinesis to try to take the shit out of your wounds. But I'm going to use my hands.
Did you want me to cauterize it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 9.
that's good. Read what happens on a mix, or I can pull it up.
I don't have this is a special move that you made for me.
Oh, I have it somewhere.
Thank God.
The target dies.
It does not die.
Yeah, darn. Well,
Whoops.
gosh, you really got to read those fine prints.
I actually don't think I've used it.
You have
Fine print. It's like the Santa Claus.
I've got it.
Just like it.
The very same.
It's funny on so many levels.
Okay, so the sheet.
As he looks this up, what do we do? What do we have to do?
Well, there are petals falling on bones,
Fine.
which we can assume makes
fine.
more animals. Should go probably stop that? That sounds like something
Right.
very actionable.
Okay. I didn't send it to you. That's a bad.
You never sent me anything.
that's real unfortunate. You still rolled it. If you want to write it down, here's what the move is.
You never sent me anything.
It is roll plus weird,
Uh-huh.
deal 1 harm.
Okay.
On a 10 plus, it works fine, and the fire cauterizes the wound. 7 to 9, it works, but the fire also has an unfortunate side effect.
Can it
And
just
on a miss,
please
it makes
just...
things worse.
Oh my god, could it just be on me? You never sent me
No.
this shit.
You still rolled it. What happens is the fire, like you begin to cauterize the wound, and it begins to spread to Oak's shirt.
My one shirt. I'm gonna just blow on it with a little magic wind
Yeah. Yeah, without much of an issue, and blow it out. But there's a huge now singed hole in the side of Oak's shirt.
But I'm just gonna rip my shirt off, and I'm not. Oak is he's skinny. He has no muscle content. You just look down.
I'm never using these ever again because I'm so tired of almost killing people. I just want to help.
So you said the petals were falling on the bones, which means that's probably gonna make more of them. We should go stop that.
I mean, that's an assumption. I don't know that it will, but
it's a good assumption.
We can find out.
I do want to point out that none of us are in particularly good shape. So if we do have to engage with something because we're late or because there's something already there, that should be something to consider.
Darlene's just napped for 5 days. She's at full power. Let's go, Dark Phoenix.
I'll just high five. I'll just raise up to high five Oak, and I'm like, all right, Storm.
I mean, depending on most medical conditions, 5 days of sleep doesn't usually mean full power, but I mean, I only bury dead bodies for a living.
I'll focus on protective magics on whoever's doing the fight, and I promise I won't get hurt. I'll promise I'll try not to get hurt.
Thank you for saying that. Feel like we've really leveled up,
Just someone else do the killing.
We're gonna go.
All right, well, y'all seem to know more about what's going on here, so point me in a direction, tell me what I need to do.
I mean, I think I can walk you all back to where it was.
1 o'clock's just after lunch.
Question, are we talking about all of this with the cabbie listening?
No, the cat left as soon as.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just making sure.
Don't worry, we can kill him too.
Tabby walks out. I'm a fairy lord after all.
Right. Fairy Lord of Horses.
Did it at
Can you
least
point
work?
me to Tribor?
Did Oak at least heal one?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is great.
Okay, and you guys head off in the direction. As far
Yep.
as you remember.
Okay, so I'm going to be protecting whoever is doing that thing, because I have the shield spell, so I'm going to just be creating a shield the whole fucking time, so y'all better get shit done, you better work.
I know that I suggest this a lot. I really think perhaps we should just resort to arson.
Yeah, we got
I think
to.
just if there's no bones, then there's nothing to animate.
We've got 3 arsonists, right? You, Cal, Darlene.
Is this what time of year? This is fall, right? So what kind of forest is this? Is this like a pine forest, or is this a forest so the ground is covered in dry leaves that are dead?
It is mostly the latter.
Great.
Deciduous.
It's a forest of pure kindling.
That's right. That's right.
It's a dry season.
I sure do have a move called Burn Everything.
Don't know that we want to burn down a whole forest.
I don't think we'll have a choice.
Monsters can't attack the town if there's no town.
I mean,
That's right. Hey, see, there's
Hey.
thinking.
I think
That's how you beat Monster of the Week.
Yep.
Your brain. Okay.
Can't be a monster of the week if there's no week.
Yeah.
Can I just try, Darlene, just kind of getting thrust into everything, sorting through everything. Can I try to investigate a mystery and see if she can come up with anything here?
I saved you blood. I don't know how useful it is, but I have blood for you, so I will give you a vial of blood.
Wonderful. What was this from?
I don't remember, but I did save you some blood.
Okay.
I want to say it was from one of the zombies.
Bodies.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that where you got it from? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I hold it very carefully.
Are you going to blood scry?
I was going to investigate a mystery.
You could try, but currently you're in the. We can do this if you guys get to the. If you want to do it in the forest, but you won't be able to do it on the street. Nothing will.
Oh, okay.
There's no clues on the street.
I just meant like everything that is getting thrown at Darlene, a fresh set
Oh,
of eyes.
trying to-
Is that something that I can on the?
Yeah,
or is
sure.
That not gonna,
that's fair.
Or is
No,
there
that's fair.
nothing for me to gain?
Yeah, it would be hard for you to gain anything new from
Okay.
what they pretty much have a good
Okay.
grasp of it so far.
I'm sure.
We're so onto it.
I'm sure. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll wait until we get to wherever. Would you like me to blood scry?
I just meant that I saved it for you. That's like a gift.
Thank you, Oak.
Welcome home from your coma.
There's nothing like a vial of blood to say welcome home, welcome awake from your coma.
I'll give each other.
Oak,
very
you get
strange
me.
gifts.
All right.
And you guys make your way to, as far as Isabeau and Cal remember, the 1 o'clock kind of segment of the forest around Hush Hallows. And once again, it is dense and thick with fog. After, I think, some looking, you do find the same pile of bones. But there's less of them.
There's less of them. Did the weapons that I collected from the blind, do I have those?
I'll say with your scramble, you can keep, I don't think you, ran with an arm full of guns, but I could say if you, I don't remember how many you grabbed, but you could, if there was, 1 firearm and 1 bow, that's fine.
Yeah, I think I grabbed a small handgun.
Oh, then, yeah, all of them, because pistols.
Yeah, the small handgun.
Yeah, a rifle and a bow.
A rifle and a bow, a compound bow. I will offer these up. I'd like to keep the handgun, but I do have a rifle and a compound bow if anybody wants non-magical owies.
Darlene takes out from a bag a shotgun, cocks it, and says, "Oh, I'm good to go."
Okay, well, still have 2.
Knife in the other hand, just.
I mean, I swing a giant thunder hammer.
Okay, I mean, I usually swing a mace, but sometimes you can hit things from a little further away.
I have a gun.
All right.
Guns and magic. What more do we need?
I mean, is
Right,
there
Oak?
better things.
All right, as you guys, but
All right, Sugar, lead the way.
you walk.
Oh wait, we're
around.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, you can turn on your spirit eyes again if you'd like.
I'd love to, because why not see what that mess is around here? Let's try these 2. $11 again.
Very good. You see this massive, not once again, wall-ish is a good size for it, maybe wall to door size, halfway in between. But this thing that just is impossibly large and tall, maybe 40 feet away from you, but it is invisible through the fog.
Are the petals still there?
Yes. There are
Are they
still petals
closer?
above you, and they're falling down. Actually, no. They are higher up than before.
Okay, so there's less bones now than there were. The petals are still here, but now they're higher. I don't know. Is this something that's resetting? Does it take energy for them to make these things? And I'll kind of gesture and let them know, vaguely where the wall is. Does the wall run completely out?
No, it's not
sight?
no, it's like I said, it's in between the size of a door and a wall. I would say maybe 10 feet across, maybe. Not that big, maybe a little bit more.
Is this can I discern whether this is a thinning between 2 planes? Is this a portal?
I was about
No,
to
it
ask, is this
doesn't-
a good
it-
time for me to investigate a mystery?
That might be a good time. No, it doesn't look like a portal. It doesn't look flat. That's the shape you see in the distance. You can't make with your spirit eyes. You can't really make out, like, especially from that far away, like this is this thing.
Do I think I could safely get closer at least?
That's based on your own personal choices.
Fuck it. I'm not going to find out anything from over here. I will try to skirt the bones and try to see, and keeping my eye on things, and just try to get closer to see if I can discern anything else I can describe to people.
Sure.
So, with the information that Darlene has now from Isabeau and using her special eyes, Darlene is just going to kind of look around and start to sort of try to piece things together now that she's sort of seeing what they were all talking about, and just try to get a sense of what the hell is happening to this place and how to fix it. Since the last thing I did was was use some magic, I have a +1 forward, which brings my total to a 13.
Very good.
Thankfully, very, very, very well.
You can ask me 2 questions from the sheet, which I can read for you if you don't have it.
I've got it in front of me. I think is what is being concealed here going to reveal more than like what her eyes have seen? Yeah. All right. I think what is being concealed here is important. Can I ask that first and then see what else I want to ask?
You gotta ask 2, and I'll tell you in the order.
And I think what can hurt it?
What can hurt it? That's a good question. Here's what you see. You are investigating and as Isabeau had pointed out before she left to skirt it around, she pointed out there were less bones, and you can see, I think with your focus, you can kind of notice some marks in the leaves that are littering this forest and kind of which direction they are moving in. So that is what is being concealed here. What can hurt it? That's a good question.
So I'm sorry. The leaves are off in a direction.
There was the pile of bones that Isabeau pointed out and said there was less of. You can also see basically marks in the leaves leading a direction away from these bones.
Okay.
And what can hurt it?
So some of the bones collected and got up and walked away?
Maybe.
Or something took them, or... Oh, great. Yay.
But that was being concealed. What can hurt it? That's harder. Here's what you get. Well, I'll give you this a little bit. What you are focusing, as you're focusing on this too, what you notice is there are teeth marks on these bones as well.
How does that help me, and what can hurt it?
They're really, without looking at a creature, it's really hard. That one is a very odd question. I'll give you something else if you want to ask something else. That's a very hard one to answer typically.
I'm sorry, when we saw these, are these human bones?
No, they're not. As far as you can tell.
Oh, okay. They're not like chicken wing bones, right?
They're not chicken wings.
Bigger than that? Okay.
Some of them. It's a menagerie of bones. There are some that are bigger, some that are smaller. A variety.
Okay. It says on a 12+, I can ask the keeper any question that I want about the mystery, not just the listed ones.
Have you advanced that move?
Oh, that's how that works? Okay, never mind. Sorry, ignore me. Do we already know what sort of creature this is?
I will give you something for that. Give me a second. What sort of creature is this? You have a piece. What sort of creature is this?
I'm just looking at either maybe what can it do or what is it going to do, or what sort of creature is it? I'm not sure what the best question is to ask here based on
give me a second.
What you could maybe what we could know.
This isn't going to be, once again, a lot of these things about when you're asking about monsters are not going to be super, at least the way I'm playing, is not going to be super applicable because I'm not just going to tell you what a monster is by looking at evidence. What I gave you is the teeth mark on bones and that the bones are gone. I'll give you the one more thing of you feel a vibration in the ground. That is the last thing you did.
Okay. So we know where it went. Sort of.
It's in a similar direction as Isabeau has gone off to.
The vibration in the ground, or
no, the leaf pile thing, like the drag marks, or what the drag marks are, the movement marks, whatever they may be.
So the movement is in the same direction as where Isabeau went.
Kind of went off to, yeah.
So something might have followed Isabeau.
No, you guys came to this pile before. Like, this would have been, you would have seen something leave this pile.
Okay.
Isabeau, I need you to act under pressure.
Sure.
This is
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Yep. Ooh, 11.
That's very good. You do what you set up to, which in this case is
6 and a 5. Thank Christ.
You make your way out of this, not out of this fog because it is still very, very foggy, but you make your way close and pretty silently all the way around. You can no longer see your friends, but what you do see is, I think first you hear the leaves crunching underneath your feet, and you do feel the vibrations too. You see something kind of shambling around, and it's close to this kind of huge energy kind of reading you saw before. What you see shambling around is a just huge array of bones tied together by these roots, like a squirrel's skull mixed with a deer's rib cage mixed with a bear's legs. It's just, without any real rhyme or reason, just piles of bones with these roots intertwined within. And what you see it very close to is a massive tree.
A massive tree?
Tree.
Does this tree look different than the other trees? Are we getting attacked by some fucked up Lord of the Rings Ents?
It seems slightly out of place. It's larger than the rest for sure, but the normal grooves and knots you see on a tree seem inconsistent. And as you look up, you can see dozens of sapphire blue petals on the branches.
Do I feel seen?
Not currently, but boy howdy. Have to roll something else in a second.
I feel so seen right now.
Feel so seen.
Is this something that perhaps from my advantage, from my I don't know words, I'm very nervous. From where I'm standing, can I investigate a mystery to see if I can discern anything else about this situation?
Sure.
Outside of it being fucked.
Sure.
I mean,
you can do that, but you're going to have to act under pressure afterward immediately.
Okay. I mean, are we going to find out anything otherwise?
Yes. You'll find out something. Found out a couple things, maybe.
Okay. Investigate a mystery, 9. Minus 1, 8.
Doesn't change anything. You can ask me one. The ones that would be most applicable now. What can it do? What can hurt it? Those are probably the most. Maybe even what's being concealed here. Any of those three.
I want to know what can hurt it.
What can
I want
hurt
to know
it?
how to fight it.
You with your spirit touched vision, you saw that more than most of things you've seen here, it gave out a huge, like, powerful magic aura. And despite the fact the closer you look, it doesn't have bark. It looks more like flesh. And what would be grooves look closer to veins.
So would I get the sense that hurting it would be about the same as hurting like a living thing?
No. You would, looking at it, you see that, but something in your head tells you because of like how much magic this thing was putting out, it's a lot more powerful than just something that's made of flesh and bone.
So essentially, it can't be hurt.
No, not that it can't be hurt. It's going to take more than a bullet from a pistol you found to hurt this thing in a significant way.
Cool.
Roll act under pressure.
I don't like it. I've already failed one. And I've been rolling decently. Seven.
I'm familiar. I'm going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or price to pay. The price to pay here is there is no way you will be able to alert your friends without alerting something here.
Question.
Yeah.
Because I have a thing. I have a bond. Where it's not about speaking, it's about the amount of fear that I have and the amount of danger that I know that I'm in.
Okay.
Would that work in this situation to bypass this?
No, there's no way to bypass the roll. That doesn't, unless it's a specific move that you're. What move are you talking about?
It's the I am theirs and they are mine, where Cal can sense when I'm in danger.
He can sense when you're in danger, but he's not going to be able to get you out of it like that. No.
So essentially,
He knows you're in danger. He knows you're both in danger currently because you're right there.
so I can't alert anybody to this without letting this thing. So I can't do anything.
You can, like I said, without learning some. Well, I'll put it this way: alerting one of these two beings of your presence.
Okay, so I can't retreat without alerting.
You might be able to outrun them, but they'll know.
So I have my options are stay frozen or run.
Or fight, flight, or stay.
Can I think about it for a second?
Sure. What are the rest of you doing, Raphael?
Oh, walking into the woods, and he's gonna check his pamphlet again.
The same message. You see it appear, and then it swirls into a tiny circle in the dead center. It splinters off in dozens of directions, and then once again coalesces into the same message.
He's just gonna wait it up.
Okay. Lucy?
Does Darlene share what she found out about the pile of bones?
Yes.
Okay. And to clarify, the vibrations are coming from directly underneath the bones, or like
No, just around him.
phenomenal. Great, that's so good.
I have an idea to get his attention, but we should have a plan if that's the thing we're going to do.
I'm gonna summon my glaive, and oh god, I think probably I probably would start just kind of walking around the area, maybe towards the direction that Isabeau went, but mostly not to go too far from the group, but like trying to see out if there's something out there watching us.
If you would have to go beyond the point where you could see your friends to see anything. is what I'm thinking.
I would accompany
Well,
Lucy.
she's not that stupid, so I guess she's gonna wait to see if we come up with a plan before she does anything.
Lucy, if you're going to start stepping forward, I would accompany you, and I would start to create my little shield spell.
I'd walk right along with.
I'm not hearing anything from Isabeau. I'm getting worried about her. Them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I think I'm just gonna kind of fuck it. How hot can I get?
Pretty hot. Your rope looks weird, but I think
Oh my God,
have a
you
move
guys.
specifically.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna see either I could use the fact that I can maybe hurt it being this close, and either that will help or make things worse. But I am going to try to burn the fuck out of it.
Okay, yeah, roll your attack. Or roll your move.
11.
Very good. What is
It's a 6, a 3, plus 2.
What is do you want a 10 plus? I can pull it up if I need to. What does it do on a 10 plus? Move.
You didn't tell me these things, Ty. You just said,
Sure, I
"Hey,
sense.
you do 2 harm close."
Oh, then that's what it does. It's
I don't know
Yeah.
if there's anything else. I think it's just another weapon, and
It's a
might
kick some
have-
it's a kick some ass roll. It's not a specific.
except for I use my weird instead of my tough.
Yes, correct. Yes, okay.
I just want
Two
to flame on, like it just want to, and try to blaze as much of it into this.
What does it look like when you do this?
For when she first used this, like it was emanating from just her feet, and it was in a situation where she was trying to make sure that they didn't hit the floor, and by they I mean Cal and her didn't hit the floor at a max speed. And then she was able to start to do it in just a little bit of her hands to cauterize wounds. I want it to just flow from my feet into my hands, and I just want to just explode into this tree.
You do that, and it explodes into this tree, and the stench of burned flesh fills your nostrils. And what happens as well is this shambling bone creature turns towards you, and at the same time, you see several folds in this tree begin to open and let out a high-pitched scream. The rest of you now see smoke and fire in the distance through the fog, and hear high-pitched screams.
I'm running toward it.
Yeah. I'm
It's
flying.
like plan meat wrench. Hi.
Start running. Raphael just start saying like, "This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong."
How far away are we from where she is?
About 50 feet, give or take 60. You don't see. You see like the foom of the through the fog. You don't actually see her.
Okay, and how far will we be running until we are within sight of what's happening?
Probably like another 25 feet or so. 25 or 30.
Okay, I'm going to move in that direction, but I'm going to get that. I'm going to open the vial of that blood that Oak gave me. And I am going to, as I'm running forward, use telekinesis to draw it out and hold it in front of me. And I want to try to channel any similar blood to me. So maybe if this thing shares that same blood and like life force, I want to try to draw it to me.
That's interesting. That's really a use magic. You can try that. Something will happen.
Okay.
Hey Ty, do I get the increased anything from a giant success? Do I get like the extra damage or
No,
the?
it had to be an advanced move. You
Okay.
advanced.
I was just curious. I didn't know.
Total 12.
Nice.
I'm about to
Very good.
have really bad luck soon.
Right.
What you
Feel
don't,
it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what happens.
Oh,
but
you can see. Yeah, you can see. You're within eyesight. That's right. Yeah. here's what happens. You now have all rushed in. You see the same sight, Isabeau. I told Isabeau. The giant tree, the many folds opening just slightly and screaming. Just the tall branches filled with sapphire petals. And this shambling bone creature in front. You see Darlene holding a hand with a small orb of blood kind of sloshing around. You hear the screams of the tree loud, just get much, much louder as like just several droplets of blood are pulled from it and towards Darlene, adding to this giant orb in her, getting bigger and bigger.
Do I feel like I'm hurting it?
It's screaming loud. Yeah, when you did that, like, the mouths open even louder, and you saw
they're screaming. Okay, good, good.
I'm going to be protecting whoever's rushing forward. Whoever's the first one there is the one I'm trailing.
Isabeau is the closest currently. Or Raphael.
Well, I'm running in.
Who I'm with.
Okay.
So Lucy.
Sure. Lucy,
I'll let her go first. I'll take up the rear.
If you want to go, you can go. Please, by all means.
I mean, I'm still gonna smash it, but I'll just smash it after you.
Okay.
I don't like me flesh trees, because none of you said flesh tree. I said it now.
I'm gonna. Should I roll to protect someone?
Yeah.
10.
Nice. On a 10 plus, choose one. You will suffer little harm. All impending danger is focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
So is there one undead enemy and one big monster tree? Is that correct?
Correct assessment.
I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna start off by saying I suffer little harm.
Okay, good call.
There you go. So I am now protecting someone with a shield spell. Whoever's going forward there.
Lucy's gonna go for the tree.
Yeah.
So she's running up to the tree with her glaive, and she's going to look for one of the openings and shove her glaive in there.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
What?
Nothing. Nothing else has happened. It's fine.
I don't like what you did there, and I feel like it happens a lot, and I just have questions.
So many questions.
I will, okay, let's, I don't know if, I assume even during this stress, Isabeau maybe have shouted out something. Keep in mind, your glaive is not a magical weapon. You can summon it, but it is not magical. It is not something we ever established. It doesn't have the magical tag on it.
But I don't know. So did Isabeau share that this thing has a magical aura?
I mean, if we're gonna go with
Life training.
anything, nobody really was here, and I am now
Then
full blown. I would love to. Can I? Like, I don't know. Do I know that they're running up?
Yeah, you saw them once they got closer. Right? You would have a second to go.
Okay. Well, then I would absolutely, while trying to foosh Roda this fucking tree, say anything heavy duty magic is the only thing that's gonna hurt it. As I try to pump more into this.
It's a tree. Maybe you could life train it.
Well, I was gonna ask, is my life drain considered magical?
It has a magical quality to it, yeah.
Okay.
It does not have to have just the magic tag. There's a couple tags that are applicable.
Okay. So I will
light the tree.
I will drop my glaive and let it, dissipate, and I will run up and use my my life drain on it, my natural attack, I guess, to it. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get right up in its business. Maybe. Okay.
I feel that. Ooh.
11.
Oh shit.
11. Good. On a 10 plus, you can choose an extra effect. You gain the advantage, you inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them.
And this is... I can only pick one of those?
Yeah.
I'm going to suffer less harm.
That's good. Yep.
So does my life drain, do I add all the extras plus my Claws of the Beast?
It's whatever we built into it. I can take a look.
Because my natural attack is 1 harm, and we added +1 harm to the base, plus ignore armor, and then I took Claws of the Beast, which is +1.
Nice.
That is how
Fuck 'em up.
That should be how that
Pause the
works.
beast as your move, as your a monstrous move, correct?
Yes.
Yep, that's correct.
So that's 3 harm,
Correct.
right? 3
Yep.
harm, ignore armor.
Life train.
Nice.
Woo! So much. Monstrous is so crazy.
Yeah. And you chose You Suffer Less is the one you wanted, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I sure don't know what I'm going to be taking in here.
Yeah.
Just the good stuff. Pure fuel.
Because I'm actually the one taking that harm.
Oh, that's right. You're taking the damage. Ooh,
Sure is me.
Ooh, that's right. And you said Suffer Less, right?
Yep.
Some of you feel like just some of the life force of this thing drains. You actually see some, like, as you pull your hand away, there's like a handprint of blood on this tree, and there's blood on your hand as you do it. And it screeches, but what you see is one of the branches dart above, and it nails Oak in the shoulder, piercing through, and it begins to pull him in.
Except for I have a sheet armor on, so does it actually harm me or no?
It does 1 damage to you.
So that's 0.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, but you feel this thing moving inside you, and it feels like there are bones inside of it.
Okay.
As it begins to pull, you are still tethered, you are being pulled towards this tree.
Okay.
Raphael.
High up. How high up is this bone arm finger?
The bone branch, it is pretty high up. The tree is pretty massive, like 50 feet.
Oh, so I can't hit it necessarily.
No. You can chuck your hammer.
I don't think I can throw it. Can I throw it? I think if it leaves my hands, it's not
Oh, right, yeah, you're
a
right.
hammer anymore. It just goes into a regular Axie boy. I guess I'm just gonna hit it.
Come on, Thor.
Lights up the hammer. He yells, "Oak, you said you were gonna stay out of trouble." Just smash it.
Well, I tried. Not that it did me any good.
That's a 9 plus 3, so 12.
On a 10 plus, you can choose 1 effect. Advantage for someone else, terrible harm, you suffer less, you force them where you want them.
Terrible harm.
Terrible harm, excellent. What does your hammer normally do?
3 holy damage.
You smack this being with your hammer, and like it dents in, and you hear a crunch, and you see a bone begin to pierce the slightly wood-looking flesh of this thing and stick out as it begins to bleed. What happens as well as when this occurs, as you get close, because I think you're pretty close as you swing into this thing, part of the tree begins to warp outward, and one of the folds begins to open and latches right onto your chest. And
this is wrong.
And you feel some of your strength being drained away.
I assume I took harm.
Yeah, you did. You took 3 harm.
3 harm. Okay, that puts me in the dying threshold.
Oh, you have armor. Don't you have armor?
Yep, so it's only 2, but that puts me 1 over. So I technically have 4 harm because I had 2 from the last battle.
Okay. What happens next before the second round is this bone-like thing that just held together with roots and vines shambles up to Isabeau and begins to wrap itself around her and constrict. Isabeau, you take 2 harm.
Okay.
There's a new round. Everyone can go.
Turning up the heat. And I'm just going to keep trying to burn it.
Okay, roll it.
I'm going to move my hand towards where one of the holes that open up to scream.
Oh, so you're going to let yourself. Okay.
I'm going to shove my fist into it and just push it even more to the forefront.
You can certainly try that because you are currently being tethered by another monster. You're gonna have to roll something else. You're gonna roll an act under pressure to be able to attack this tree and ignore this thing.
Wow, that was not even a roll. That was cock on a keyboard. Come on now. It's a 7 for act under pressure.
Good. Ish. You're going to get a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. The price to pay is you are going to be able to move in and hit this tree and ignore this thing on you, but it is going to be physically harmful for you to do this. You're fighting against something.
I'm 3 away from dying as it is, so it really doesn't matter. I don't know what else to do. I'm grappled and I'm burning it. I don't know what else to do, but...
Okay, you're going to attack the tree and knock the thing on you? Can do that.
Can I try to like burn the thing that's trapped around me? So it lets go of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Then roll your attack against this thing on you.
Ooh, that was almost bad, but it's an 11. It was almost a 4, but it was...
you can choose an extra effect.
Which is I either take less harm, I deal terrible harm, I move it where I want it,
or give advantage to someone.
Or give advantage to somebody else. For this, just to try and stay above board, I'm going to try and take less harm.
Okay, good. You begin to burn this thing, and you see it like the vines and roots that are animated this huge pile do begin to burn away largely. It is still holding onto you a little bit, but largely less so. And you only take 1 damage as you are now like on fire, and it's lessened a little bit, but you are burning yourself with this thing.
Cool. I assume my clothes are probably going to be going. That's good.
Yeah, they're a little on fire.
All right, cool. Naked. Yep, that's me. I am unstable, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay.
I don't think I can move away.
No.
Yeah.
Here,
I live here now.
as you are tethered and burning this thing, you see out of the corner of your eye Cal.
Boy, just
And
away.
He is dropped to a knee with his arm twisted backward.
Mm-hmm.
And on the back of his neck, you see a small hole with a sapphire blue petal sticking out of it.
Wait, what?
From your failure when you first tried to leave the forest.
Wait. What? Like, he's no longer he?
You don't know that. You hear him, you see his face twisted in pain.
Is he taking any damage?
It doesn't look like it yet.
And I can't do anything right now.
Not right now.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Go ahead, Darlene.
So, Raphael is now like adhered to this tree.
It is. The tree is like, I think you're pretty close. You can see like teeth marks in Raphael's flesh, and it's
Similar
like biting
to the
him.
ones that were in the bones.
Yes.
Yeah. Say, Raphael, you want some help?
Mama always told me if a tree bites you, you just keep smashing. That's what she always said. Yes.
I would like to try to use telekinesis to pull. Is that what I want? Wait, Isabeau said that this thing had a magical aura, and it's using magic to like animate and do all that other shit.
You assume it's something close to those. That's not too far off. You don't know exactly the method, but it's not too far off.
Quick question, just like a quick yes or no. Would force of will would I be able to apply force of will in this situation to like the life draining ability that the tree has or something?
Oh, that is the wrong damn book.
If that's a convoluted thing, I can shift direction.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't really. Yeah, you can do it.
Could I use it to prevent it from feeding on my friends?
You could do. It won't forever like cancel an attack, but it would help Raphael for sure in this moment and be beneficial. But it would not for like you wouldn't just destroy one of its attacks.
Because it's either that or try to use telekinesis to like tear Raphael away from it. But Raphael wants to stay there and swing at it.
You can take a second if someone else wants to go.
All right.
Since I've had a second to process what you're telling me, could I have screamed out, "Somebody help him"?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Just panic-stricken, like somebody is about to take away the best thing in her life. Isabeau screams out, "Someone help him." And that's it.
Okay.
Oh, you got something?
Yes, I would like to try to protect Calvin.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
Yeah. It's a 9.
Okay. I will say you can do this, but this is going to be a little different because you're not like. What is Oak's intent here?
So if I see if Isabeau's crying out help
Yeah.
him, I would dive down and
Okay.
put my field of shield energy, probably gathering the earth around us and projecting it over.
As you do that and you are shielding him, you see the same thing. You see him, his arm twisted back, and there is a blue petal sticking out of the back of his neck.
Okay.
You do manage to fly down, but it is at a great cost to yourself. As this thing, you are pulling something that's still inside of you, as this branch has not left your body yet, and you take a harm from it.
Okay.
You see Raphael and Darlene.
Raphael's just gonna say again, "This is wrong," and just keep hacking away. He'll smash it again. Real quick, I have this move that's called Smites, where my body and divine weapon always count as a weakness against the monsters you fight.
It has.
Okay, just ensuring.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
That's an 11 plus
That's
3.
very good.
14.
What other effect do you want to achieve?
What other effect?
Yeah, you got a 10 plus. So it's either you suffer less.
Intense harm.
Intense harm.
Yeah.
That's very good. How much harm is that total?
I don't know what intense harm means, but I always do. My divine weapon's always 3 harm. I don't know what it as a weakness means, and what the
this thing is on your arm, like still attached to you. You take it again and just bash back. It is like caved in. The teeth are broken and fall on the ground as blood is splurting out. And you see the tree beginning to, like the branches begin to fall down, and the tree is now cracking, but not as a normal tree would. The flesh is still remaining, stretching, and you just hear like a bone crack. And it looks very, very messed up.
Yep.
Oh, but you take.
I assume I get some harm. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna get some harm.
All the harm.
Yeah, as it's like falling down, two branches pierce. Both you're like just right on your sides and begin to lift you off the ground. Take 2 harm, or 1 with your armor, and you are beginning to be lifted off. Darlene and Lucy.
Oh, me too.
I would shout out what I saw about Cal. I would shout out over Darlene. Can you break this enchantment on him?
Okay. So Darlene is going to try to use magic to like banish this thing from Cal.
Your will move would work here if you wanted to use it.
Force of will. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'll use then.
I had a hunch.
+1 forward and +1 weird. That brings us to a 12.
There you go.
Get the fuck out of here!
So your options here. On Ascend Plus, you can also spend luck to instantly snuff out a powerful spell or strange effect. That would happen if you do that, if that's a choice you want to take.
What happens if I don't spend luck?
It momentarily magics are canceled temporarily. Long-lasting spells and effects are suspended temporarily. Oh, no, sorry. On a hit, momentary magics are canceled completely. Long-lasting spells and effects are temporarily suspended.
So without spending luck, does this thing get shut down? Or is this more of a long...
I think based on your knowledge and how you've seen the other, what your friends have told you about the other beings, it seems more than temporary.
All right, I'll use luck and I'll shut this thing down.
Yeah. What happens? How does it look like when when Darlene uses this?
I think her eyes go pure white, and the blood ball thing that she has going on in front of her. I think what she's doing is sort of using that, because those energies are tied, right? They're the same energy signatures.
They're the same kind of energies. You
sort of.
Have the idea.
I think what it looks like is she starts speaking in tongues. Her eyes go white, and she is shouting at this thing, basically saying, remove yourself.
You see Darlene
and
do this.
The blood is like swirling, and just she kind of lifts off the ground a little bit for a moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you see Darlene lift off the ground, just surrounded by blood flowing all around her, her eyes white. And I think you're kind of secluded now. So Oak, you see the blue leaf turn black and fade to dust as it just crinkles up. What for sure Raphael sees, and the rest of you probably too, is all of these sapphire blue petals on this tree just turn to dust and crumble, and just this soot just begins to spread all around this forest. You are still impaled, Raphael, but now is by a bare branch, and you can see like veins underneath it, and you can feel the bones inside of you. I think it's Lucy.
So does this tree though is still like screaming and doing its thing, right?
It looks real fucked up, but yeah, it's still screaming.
Okay.
Then impaling your friend.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just going to use my same attack. I'm just going to dig my hands in a little bit deeper and take its life force.
Roll it.
Hopefully. Don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me.
Hi, can you please demonstrate a tree scream for me? Just so.
Probably something along those lines.
It's filled the atmosphere.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad the mic noise gated you.
Scream!
It sounds like something that was cooked at Nana's.
Rah!
14.
Yeah. What extra effect do you want?
All of them. All the extra
Alright.
effects.
I'm so nervous. What are my options?
More harm. You suffer less. You force them where you want them. You get the advantage.
I'm going to have them suffer more harm.
Okay. You put your hands on it, now bloodied with the blood of this thing. And as you're putting your hands down, the flesh is beginning to rip as this thing is falling over. And you just suck the energy out of this thing. The blood begins to flow and coat your arms as this thing begins to wither and decay and falls to the ground. You can see just blood and bones begins to spread out on the forest floor. And the being constricting Isabeau drops. There's a pile of bone and roots which quickly wither and die as well. As you do this and take this thing's life, you feel a pain in the back of your head as you take 1 harm.
Pain in the back of my head?
Yeah.
I am now unstable. Right? Yeah.
It's 4+. But you guys are now just, this thing is now, the screams have stopped. It looks withered and there is just blood and bones surrounding where you are.
I'm unstable. But, is it like dead? Like dead?
It looks pretty dead.
Can I investigate a mystery?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you. Oh, that's a 6 plus a 3, 9 plus my 1 sharp 10.
Next, you can ask me 2 questions.
I don't know where that list of questions is.
What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? That one's real good. The floor. What was it going to do, or what's being concealed here?
What's being concealed here, and what sort of creature was it? Actually, reverse that order. What sort of creature was it, and then what's being concealed here?
Yeah, okay. What sort of creature is it? That is a good question. Here's what you know. You know this, first of all, you've never seen anything quite like this in your many exploits as monster hunters. It had, despite having a very organic, almost humanoid exterior, it still did have petals which it was using to control others and infect them. As to what ends, you aren't 100% sure. You also know, based on your experience in this fight, it consumed living things as well and gained strength from it. As you, actually, I think only you and maybe Lucy know, actually only you know, when you were bit into it, it took some of your life force away.
It seemed me and... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, me and this meat tree had a lot in common. It feeds off people, not feed off ham.
And what is being concealed here? That's a good question.
We can change the question if we need to, if that's too plot delvy.
No, you know what? That's gonna be fine. Looks fine. As this thing pulled up, it uprooted, basically. You see it didn't have real roots. It did in some sort of sense, but at the end of them were nails, like hard human nails all the way around. What you also see on, like, below it is there, wherever it was, it is hollow beneath.
Hollow like a tunnel, or just...
Like a tunnel.
Oh, no.
So we figured out what the hollow in Hush Hallows is.
One of them.
And
But we need to be quiet about it.
What's hollow? The roots? What's hollow?
underneath it.
Underneath. Like there's some sort of tunnel beneath these roots.
Like the tunnels in like Stranger Things.
That face.
Did nobody watch Stranger Things?
I did like when it came out, so I don't know.
How deep? It seems pretty deep, right?
Seems pretty deep.
Like the tunnels from Prisoner of Azkaban under the
Oh,
tree?
that one.
A secret chamber,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Go ahead.
I have a quick question, Ty. Do I still take that harm with my immortal tag?
You do for this one. For that last one, you do.
Oh, fantastic. Do I feel ill?
No. You just felt momentary, excruciating pain.
Ty, just out of curiosity, for how much clothes does she have left?
However many you think you have after the fire burns.
Full blown. So I am not sure.
However many you. No, Matthew's talking about.
Oh, I was like, I'm sorry.
However many you think is appropriate is fine.
All right. Well, I'm out. I'm out.
There are less
jacket.
clothes than when you first started.
Yeah, I'm cold and I'm hurt. I'm going to Cal, scrambling. How bad is 5? How bad am I at 5?
You are unstable. You are like your flesh is singed in some areas.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's in and out of consciousness currently.
Like worse than me?
Not worse than you. Like a different kind of harm.
Oh fuck. Well, can I investigate a mystery?
Nah, it's you would know from like he had something of this thing inside of him. Darlene managed to use a very powerful magics to disrupt all connection this thing had, but he was fighting against it.
Okay.
Thank you, Manapot Studios, for the raid. Raiders, be sure
Thank
you're
you.
following, and we appreciate your support. If you're out there enjoying the stream tonight, be sure you're following, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, consider gifting a subscription. Thank you. Okay, continue.
Okay. Is he like prone? Like,
He's like, I think Oak is probably helping prop him up with that protect. Probably
okay.
helping him in some way. He's not unconscious. He's just out of it.
Okay. Can I just take both of his hands? I do this every time. Can I just take his head in both of my hands and try to like see if I can have him focus on me?
He does for a second. He gives you like a half smile.
No. Stay with me for a second, okay? Because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be awake. You gotta stay with me for just 2 more seconds, okay? 2 more seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to me right now, okay? We haven't talked about this right now, but I love you, okay? You can't be doing this, okay?
He smiles. And he says, I love you too. And he passes out.
Fuck! Shit! Come on, man. Fuck, everything hurts. Is everyone else okay? Is everyone okay? Ow.
I'm fine. My magic worked. I protected myself with magic.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Which is half of what people wanted me to do.
I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. I think I'm gonna... And she's just gonna fall over. She's out.
What the hell was this thing?
I think it took Darlene a little bit to come out of that. It took a while for her to return to the ground and for her eyes to return to normal and for her to reconvene the blood into one small location instead of swirling all around her. And she sort of eventually comes to again and says, Is this... Are we feeling like this is connected?
To what?
I mean, we arrive here. There's a series of strange events. We're not unused to that sort of thing, but usually when a series of strange events happens in one particular sleepy town, there's at least something causing that convergence of strangeness, or it's got a common cause of some nature, right? So, what aren't we seeing here?
Well, didn't Nana tell us long ago that there was something?
It might live underground. I point at the big hole. Just,
Something like were you doing like ley lines? I've been asleep a while. My head's still a little foggy. What am I forgetting here?
nothing really. It's just bad news.
Bad news.
Nana used to talk about the old
Ill
days.
intent.
It's almost like this has happened before, but we don't know. And we have books to pour over. I poured over them with Hector. We have very few answers, and we're running out of leads.
Ty, the tunnels, the tunnels that are coming up from under the tree.
Yeah, what you
right?
see is the tree uprooted a little bit. You see a hole down. Is basically what you were saying currently.
Does it look like something caused by like the roots of the tree?
No, it looks way
Or
deeper.
something it's not related to the tree.
No.
Okay.
No, you know.
Well, I mean, it's probably somewhat related to the
I
tree,
would say it's not like it's,
but not caused by the tree.
The hole goes a lot deeper than the tree would go.
Can I shine a flashlight or something into it? Don't know if I have a flash. I might have a little like mag light.
I think with Raphael, you probably ignite your hammer because it glows.
Oh, there we go.
You kind of like point it down. It goes unbelievable. You can't see the bottom of it.
Lucy's gonna like kick a rock down it.
That's gonna do the same thing. Yeah.
Do we hear it hit anything? She's counting while it's going down.
After an extended period of time, yes. You hear a lot.
We got a deep hole. Tell you what, I used to dig holes for a living, and that's a good one.
We probably shouldn't poke. I can snoop down there really quick, but we shouldn't poke the bear much more tonight.
I don't think you should be the one going down there, Hoke.
I don't think any of us should go down there tonight.
I think you'll remember where the hole is. I mean, do you think people are gonna find this meat tree?
I am concerned that there's a hole underneath it. If it was siphoning like blood from like life from people,
Could have been shooting it down.
might have been going
something.
somewhere.
Yeah. Or maybe it was just guarding the entrance.
It could have been, yeah.
But
I love that Isabeau's taking a dirt nap right now because she's not smart enough to be a part of this conversation.
Well, I could try to do some blood scrying and see if there's anything like this still causing a ruckus in this town.
do it.
Well,
Yeah, why not?
That's the only way we ever figured out anything before.
Do you need blood from the meat tree? Do we need to get you blood from this?
I like hold my arms out.
I hold my hands up for like I'm just still swirling some of the blood. I'm like, I got it all right here.
I'm already digging in a little bit.
I sure will need to carve some runes into something living.
Please don't let it be me again.
No, you look hurt enough, sugar. I think it's probably going to be me at this rate.
I mean, yeah, probably. No, I'm a little bit beat up.
Pretty sure I'm the least hurt of the group right now, right?
Sure are.
Probably.
All right.
Fair assumption.
I'm one away from unstable.
I'm 2 away from dying.
I'm 2 away from.
I'll take this one.
We all decided to jump down.
Good.
Incorrect.
You're all dead. New campaign next week. See y'all later.
Huzzah! Cal's the only one that survived. He's sleeping.
I'm going to try to do some blood scrying to see if there's anything related to this blood that I have here, this tree thing, if there's anything left that is acting,
Okay.
or if we've neutralized this particular whatever magic life force kind of thing.
You can roll your rote for it.
Yeah, looking to see if there's anything of this nature, anything that we still need to worry about. And there it is.
Fail.
Well, I think I might scrape it by. Let me do my math. I get a +1 from what I did before, which brings me to a 6, and then my plus weird is a 2, so it's actually an 8. Okay, all right. I was worried for a second.
Let me pull up here. I can remember what mixed success does for me. I have it.
Sure was a 5 on the die. We got there.
Yep. With that, you, as you try to sense into this thing, you see, well, what you would see is a dark hole filled with ashes over Nana's house, where the body just came from. It's been laid to rest. But no, there is no supernatural connection. But you can sense what happened to the body.
Oh, I can sense what happened to the body that blood came from. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you're saying you don't sense any supernatural connection. You can just using your blood scar. It still does work, but what you see is the mass grave at Nana's.
So the sense I'm getting is that it's effectively not a problem.
Correct.
Okay.
Whatever this thing was infecting this thing.
And the blood tree. That means that the blood tree, there's no second blood tree or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I think we dealt with this particular problem.
Yeah, so what is this thing called? What sort of creature is this?
Do I have any idea?
I'm dying to know.
Oh, from Ty or from you guys? You can name it whatever you want.
Okay.
Meat
It's the
tree isn't
it's
gonna-
the very
The
bad
meat
no
tree.
good tree.
The opposite of the giving
The
tree.
taking
the taking
tree.
Yeah, the
Taken tree.
Yep,
The
exactly. The
taking tree.
taking
There
tree.
it is.
That's where I was going.
Perfect.
So are those petals or anything? Nothing's around anymore.
No, the petals already turned to dust. I described that earlier.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. I could use a fat slab right now.
I feel like I could use a hospital. Unless somebody can get me to where my body will start to heal on its own. But right now,
Sure.
and you'll look and her arms are like charred. Right here. And like her jeans and her boots that were jeans and boots are now like like singed cut-offs. And there's barely a shirt left. Jacket's gone. And it's just like I can't feel it, which makes me believe this is probably worse than I think it is.
I could try to heal you with magic.
I don't want you to get hurt, though.
I think I can avoid being hurt.
I mean, it can't get much worse, can it?
I owe you one.
And she'll look over to Darlene. Do you?
Would you like me to try?
Yeah, I trust you.
There it is.
You
There-
can't unbutter that biscuit.
There it is. There's the 5, Mama.
Well, are you gonna? You have a
I
move for
do.
this.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
Summon a healing demon.
You summoned the demons from before.
Yeah.
It starts chewing on my singed flesh. No, this isn't what I asked for.
I'm gonna choose everything, but the one that I choose is gonna be I'm not gonna take harm, and then everything else happens.
You heal. Oh wait, what is it?
So the
All
effect
right.
is weakened. The effect is a shorter duration. Magic draws immediate unwelcome attention as a problematic side effect.
I bark every time I sleep.
How
And-
very terrible.
And I've advanced, by the way.
Yeah, okay. You like you use the same spell you used on yourself. You like kind of cake her wounds in this healing mud. But you are like as you put it on, you already see like the mud beginning to dry and cake. You get one harm healed, Isabeau, but that is going to be very temporary.
Yep, sure is.
And we'll talk about what the other two things are later. Because we're nearing the end of the episode. But those are
On the
happen.
mud, there are little meat tree seeds that begin to.
Ah, I am the big bad evil person in the next investigation. Isabeau and all of her.
It's gonna be a
flame
no
glory.
for me.
This is the eye worms of monsters of the week.
Yeah, it's the very same.
Oh god. I will make it seem like it feels so much better when it really feels so much worse.
Oh yeah, for sure. It for sure does not feel good in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but I don't want to hurt Oak's feelings.
It worked like a
Feels
charm.
so much better. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm aware of when my magic goes awry. I know I fucked up, okay? Don't patronize me.
I wasn't patronizing. Is this payback? And I'll look over at Darlene. Is this payback?
Probably not.
Darlene
Ty, do I get the
tilts her
sense?
head and like lifts one eyebrow, like
Darlene sends her regards.
magic works in mysterious ways.
I was like, this is some shit. I'm trying to help you. Is this something that we get the sense that we probably need a hospital and not like that can
Yeah,
take
well, put it this way. A hospital is always good, but you do know
There's
several of your
questions.
friends are... Well, there's questions. B, a lot of your friends do have magic. You could certainly all try to heal each other. Are there going to be consequences? Maybe. But there is the advantage of not being in a hospital where people will ask questions.
yeah.
Using
In the midst of the healing and the meat tree seeds, Raphael steps away and he checks his pamphlet again.
It says that it, like, even in text that is almost like practically exceeding the pamphlet, it says the same thing and does the same thing once more.
He's gonna try and talk to it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. What are you gonna? You can type if you want to, or you can tell me.
I'll type it.
Sure.
So then other people can talk while I do it.
Sure.
There you go.
I've improved. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I improved my weird to 3. I advanced. Anyway.
Oh, nice. I think it would be good for us to go back to Nana's. She was not unfamiliar with this. I'm gonna guess she has some kind of first aid kit or something that we can find and dig up at her place.
Yeah. It's like our new base.
Can someone help me pick him up? And I'll just like point down to Cal, who's like heads in my lap as I'm just like.
I will
his
pick
hair.
Cal up and sling him over my shoulder.
That's really, really cool.
Let's go back to Nana's.
Yeah. Can someone help me up?
I'll put you on my other shoulder.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice.
Unholy strength.
This is real nice. You're really strong.
I want to go see. Raphael was real hurt. I want to go see if Raphael's okay.
Raphael.
They're having such an intense conversation.
Raphael, the desolate one.
Do I just find Raphael just talking to his
Yeah, you see him.
That's exactly what you see. Yep.
I dig out of my bag, and it's in a little plastic baggie. Cold, but a little smushed, but it's there. I managed to rustle up 2 Dutch babies before I left.
Oh.
You look like you might need something.
He keeps staring at the pamphlet, like he's talking to it with his mind, but as he's doing, he kind of leans over.
Like You might want to take them out of the plastic first. Hang on.
Well, I thought you held them out of the
Sorta.
plastic bag.
Oh, okay,
That's what you
sure.
said.
And I'll just
Eats
hold
the
them out of the
plastic
plastic then.
Amazing.
I like the plastic bag better.
Where all the protein is.
Yeah. Gonna pull that out of your poop later. Gonna get stuck to your butt.
Okay. And do you guys head back to Nana's? Is that the plan, or what are you guys doing?
I think so. We're heading back to Nana's.
Looks like it.
Okay. You drive back. It is nearly midnight now, or a little bit later. You make your way to Nana's Fat Slabs. You see the El Camino with the long gash mark all along the driver's side. You also see a bright blue PT Cruiser.
Oh.
PT Cruiser, not police cruiser.
Oh.
It's where my head went to, Emma.
I know, everyone
I
went
also
there.
PT
Like,
Cruiser.
Everyone heard cruiser and went there. No, PT
Yeah, we
Cruiser.
sure did.
PT Cruiser. Is
Yeah,
that a car?
I heard
It's
PD
a car.
Cruiser is what I said, I'm sure.
It's a
It's a
That's no
Chrysler.
longer made, right?
No.
Chrysler.
no, they're not. They're
It
horrid.
shouldn't have been made in the
I
first
learned
place.
I learned how to drive in one.
They're
I
a
think
cursed
I did
vehicle.
too.
You know,
I sure did. Yep.
Does it have wood paneling on the side of it?
No,
Oh,
all blue, all bright blue.
Did
Do we
Lucy
know-
just walk back with us on our shoulders? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna like go up to the door of the car and
you
knock
throw
on
them in
it.
the bed of my truck. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone's either in the truck or somewhere. You knock on the tarp.
Nope, on the car, the
Car?
PT Cruiser
Oh,
that's out
no.
front.
It's empty. It's empty.
Oh. Oh.
Were you expecting someone?
I'm gonna summon my glaive and I'm gonna like throw the tarp aside and walk in.
Okay. Yeah, you summon the glaive and throw the tarp aside as you stride into Nana's Fat Slabs. At one of the dining tables, you see a man of fairly average build. He has kind of auburn hair, curly, wears it shaggy, and kind of an unkempt facial hair.
yeah.
He's wearing a gray pea coat. And with his right hand, he is eating bacon.
Right behind Lucy, Darlene has a shotgun levied at him, and her eyes are starting to go slightly white.
Kind of puts down the bacon. Hello?
Who the fuck are you?
He
Yeah,
kind of
she
looks.
said.
Where is everyone else in this first?
I'll saddle up next to them.
Oaken,
Hopefully
Raphael?
Yeah, we're like piling in.
Yeah,
Raphael stays towards the back. Just watch them all go in.
leaning against the side, looking in. Front of,
He,
front of yours.
His eyes scan the group, and even throughout, actually before that, he says, "There's a fucking lot of you," and he stands up, and his eyes dart to Raphael, and he begins walking towards you.
Oh,
Just stand,
I'm pretty
I'll
sure
stand there and wait.
I'm pretty sure Lucy and Darlene are making a physical wall between them.
Yeah, I'm gonna like put my hand up and be like, "Excuse me."
The
I
barrel
have
of the
a
shotgun is
question."
on his chest.
Oh,
I say over them, "Sir, you're eating my bacon."
well, the door was open. Did you get my letter? It's you, right? Raphael?
That's me.
And then he looks over the rest of you. Which one is it?
Not one of them. Not anymore.
His face goes a little pale. What do you mean?
Fuck.
Pull
Well-
the hammer back with my thumb.
Some of us make choices. He looks to Oak. Some of us lose things.
And he is like, even though you're shotgun pointed and glaive, he's just one-on-one with Raphael. If it isn't him, we need to find out who it is. Now.
I couldn't agree more. The words are exploding. This is all wrong.
He's just gonna shoot a glance at Lucy. Like,
He gives a heavy sigh and looks concerned, but then kind of steels himself and gives a nod. All right, we gotta go.
I asked you a question.
I'm sorry.
Poke him
Yeah.
on the chest.
Yeah.
Let me pack a Metacopia real quick.
Sure, anything you need. And turns to Lucy. While Raphael goes to gather meat.
I asked you a question.
I'm sorry. Zoned out a little bit. What was it?
Who the fuck are you?
Shane.
Shane?
I'm Shane, yes.
Do you have a last name? Shane?
Yes. Connolly.
Yes.
Yes. Connery.
I do.
The plot thickens.
Oak
Sean Connery.
Oak is gonna say he's an Irish fairy hunter. Aren't you, Shane?
Well, a little more than that, yeah. But
That you're from. I'll like hold up that drawing that I had of the order of the whatever.
as you do that, he holds up his left hand, and as the sleeve of the peacoat fades, you see a gauntlet on it with the same inscribed symbol right on his hand.
I will drop my glaive and let it.
There's
I'm keeping the shotgun up.
there's fairy hunters. There's fairies.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not that. Well, that's how we were formed. It's not like exclusively what we do anymore, but yeah.
That was my theory, remember? Anyway, I'm not your chosen one. Have a good night. And I'm gonna pass by him and go rest.
He doesn't look as you pass him at all.
You wouldn't happen to be good at first aid, would you?
He kind of like purses his lips, looking at like your burned body. I mean, I could try, but
It's not like you're
Oh,
not
it's
gonna
got a
pour like Irish whiskey on me, are you?
no, well, I mean, I have some if you
Oh, yes.
pulls out a small flask and hands it to you and kind of shrugs.
I drink all of it.
Oh, come all right. Yeah, I suppose I could give it.
I don't know any better. Did that one that Oak killed come back?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
But now you are pleasantly toasted.
Yeah.
But
Your body's probably pretty messed up. You had 2 Everclear shots and a shot of a flask of whiskey.
Yeah, but I
Yikes.
sobered up after that.
is Isabeau stable now, or
No.
from dipping?
I was at 2. I was at 5, and then I went down to 4, and now
I'll
I'm
say
back
with
at 5.
I think with your magic, even with the failure, I'll let you stabilize.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're still not healed. You have healed 0, but you are stable.
Okay, but I'm stable. Okay, cool. I feel real good after
welcome.
that shot.
Sean, is it? Sugar?
Shane, yes.
Shane. Do you mind sharing with the class what's going on here with you and Raphael and all of this?
He looks to Raphael and
Raphael
Where's
comes
Raphael?
in with like 2 cookie trays just stacked with meat. Couldn't find anything else to carry him on.
and he like as you walk by, he says, "We can take my car or yours. I'll be there in a minute."
I
Or
mean,
can get started.
I'm not leaving my truck.
All right. I can leave this shitty car the rental place gave me.
He's donating a PT Cruiser to the team. Well, the pamphlet calls. He yells, "Did you go upstairs, Oak? Downstairs?" He yells upstairs. "You can keep the champagne." Bye.
Oak, as you went upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
as you like walked past to the stairway, what you see Hector sitting dejectedly by the freezer door.
Oh, because he couldn't get in. Oh, buddy.
Oh, fuck me. Bye, Raphael. Good luck finding your chosen one.
I like you. Please don't die.
Good.
I like you too.
And Shane turns to Darlene briefly. As you can see, he is like his body posture is beginning to like leave this place. He says, "Long story short, I was sent to interact with the divine here. We're supposed to find the chosen, and we don't have one."
Not yet. Oh, whoa. Can you hold these? Just real
Yeah, of
quick.
course. Picks up the meat cookie trays.
I look at the pamphlet before I talk to anybody else.
You
Nice,
see,
nice.
yeah. You're gonna ask something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he asks, "Will I ever come back here?"
As you say this, the pamphlet stays the same, where you see a circle and you see dozens of paths splintering off in different directions, but you hear a voice in your ear say, "Of course, it is your destiny, Raphael."
Well, this is just see you later.
Lucy's gonna go up to Raphael and take. Is there bacon on this array of food?
An array of
Everything.
meats.
Everything.
I'm gonna take some bacon, and she's gonna look at Raphael and say, "I like you. Don't die."
Same.
And
Ditto.
I will walk away and eat the bacon. Doesn't taste like
Isabeau.
anything.
Isabeau will try to prop herself up on her feet. She's leaning against the wall and kind of outreach her hand. It was good investigating with you, cuz.
Oh yeah, we cousins now. Did you hear that, Shane? Because you can, I guess, assign that now.
Right, cousin likes Irish whiskey. I like it.
It was a facade.
Darlene is just gonna she's gonna uncock the gun and kind of rest it against a chair in front of her or something, and pull out a handkerchief and say, just kind of start dabbing at Raphael's wounds a little bit, and say, "You sure you gotta leave?"
Yep. Duty calls. But I like you awake better than asleep.
I like being awake.
So try and do that more.
All right, well, you have my number. I have your blood.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Well, I'll be back.
Hope you left some meats for Cal.
Only little. Tell him I left him his favorite.
Okay.
I didn't take all the honey glazed.
He'll be happy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lucy.
Yeah.
You remind me of Mama. Don't lose that.
Oh no. That is utterly. Oh my gosh. No one has ever seen Lucy give any kind of emotion, but this one moment you literally see her stop and like hold her chest.
I'll place a ham steak on Cal's body and then leave.
His nose twitches despite being unconscious.
And I'll be like, damn, he was right. It is better than smelling salts.
Ready?
Take the meat tray back. Yep.
All right. And he looks to you all, gives a very slight head nod toward Isabeau, and turns on you and walks out.
As he's walking out, I say, "You return when we see him again. I better learn that you have done your best to keep him safe."
He glances over at Raphael's ravaged body from the last two fights. "I think I'll be all right. Yeah,
I looked at her.
pretty low bar."
It's
Don't
not
worry.
an easy job.
I'll take care of him.
Oh, that I'm not worried about.
He smiles as he says that. All right, and he opens the passenger door of the red pickup truck.
Drive safe. I'll come back now, you hear?
There it is.
There it is.
And we see the red pickup truck drive off into the dead of night, leaving Hush Hallows, as Shane picks up the cassette of Chapstick that the Raphael received and says, "Is any good?"
Oh, it's smooth, baby.
And he places it into the cassette player, and smooth, smooth jazz begins to play.
Let it moisturize your mind.
As the red truck drives off from view. And that's where we'll end tonight.
I need a drink.
Everyone go around and say their name, where it can find you, and favorite part. Let's start with Emma.
Hello, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. You can find me here on Tuesdays, and you can also occasionally find me over at Mythos Mystery Society, which is happening soon, right? That's happening soon. There's a game happening soon? Labor Day weekend.
There might be
right?
one this weekend, we'll see. But
Okie
definitely Labor Day.
dokie. Good. My favorite moment, oh man, I have a lot from tonight. That boss fight was pretty epic. I think my favorite moment from tonight, I have a lot. I have like a top 3, but I won't pick all of them. I think one of them is when Darlene just fucking did her shit and crushed all of these fucking leaves everywhere. That was incredibly cinematic and badass. And that's me. We can throw it over to Matthew.
Sorry, muted in 2 places. Hi, I'm Matthew Foreman. I played Oak Williams tonight, the Spellslinger. You can find me here on Twitch TV, Dice Priori, and in Dice Priori's Discord. And I sometimes play on Mythos Mystery Society on Sunday if we play another Rhapsody of Blood. I had my first time over there. It was a very fun time. Very cool. My favorite moment? This was a fun. I think so. Emma stole mine. No. My favorite moment was when Lucy got to tear into the tree and kick the shit out of it. Because Lucy hasn't gotten to like beat the shit out of something in a while, like just straight up. So that was cool to see. It was a good boss fight. Really good boss fight.
I think that may have been the first time Lucy ever used her life drain attack.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah.
Willingly, yes.
Yeah. Willingly.
There it is.
Anyway, take it away, Chris.
Hi, my name is Chris. You'll find me back here eventually after a few weeks. But I'm out for a while, so that's sad. But I love playing with these people. But you'll find me at Mythos Mystery Society. I'll run the game over Labor Day weekend. And back in past episodes, I did Hotel Hell, Demented Days of Danvers, a lot of great stuff. And wrestling.
It'll be up soon.
That was a little nuts. But yeah, I love the run game, so you can find me there. And my favorite part tonight, I'm gonna say mine was, Emma with the Darlene section was my favorite, but I don't want to repeat. I think just the meat tree, like throbbing veins and flesh. That's a good time, a meat tree. This is getting weird. Take it, Isabeau, Kaya.
Hey everyone, I'm Kai Gaston. You can find me on Twitter at Crit Charisma. I played Isabeau Hauer, the pararomantic in fucking Peril. Shit. This was stressful and so amazing. It hurt so good. I think favorite part, I'm gonna be a little selfish. I finally got to get as close to the Human Torch as I've been able to get. I'm real stoked about that. I really wanted to go all Inferno. That scared the shit out of me. I loved it. This is the only place I'm at. This is crazy. I loved it. It's yeah, Alexis. Take it away, Alexis.
Hi, hello, my name is Alexis. You can find me at Fox Fanato on Twitters and such. And I am coming back to streaming as I, recover in real life health stuff. So you can find me here sporadically as I get better and find out updates in the Discord and stuff as I start to come back with Alexis Attempts Art here and there. My favorite moment tonight, gosh howdy, there were so many. I really do like that Darlene went to sleep after being very injured for like 4 or 5 days and woke up like more powerful. Just had that awesome shutdown. I loved that a lot. But also I loved just I loved just kind of getting back together with everybody. Like it was good. Just like kind of going, okay, so what's going on? Catch me up. All right, the weird shit, not phased. Let's go. I loved just getting to hang out with everybody again. It was good. Little reunion. Sad little reunion.
And I'm Ty. You can find me here on Tuesdays. You can find me at Mythos Mystery Society, where on YouTube and podcasts, we've just put up some episodes from Bruno Palooza with just kind of random, funny one-shots we played. Pretty soon, I'm editing Rhapsody of Blood Now, which Emma, Chris, and Matthew are in. We ran on Sunday. It is a Castlevania-themed RPG. Hello, Raiders. So if you are interested, if you like Castlevania, those kind of games, we are going to be playing that sporadically. It's a very different kind of game. My favorite moment from tonight. I liked how it was where the last two fights you guys had were kind of reactionary. This one actually had the benefit of investigation of like Isabeau, despite being in a dangerous position, finding out that it was weak to magics ahead of time. Even Raphael at the end finding that hole. Darlene figuring out the mystery of like which ways the things were headed. A lot of investigation was very different for this one, which I liked.
Awesome. And thank you, Grim and Perilous Place, for the raid. We were actually going to raid you, so we will raid Actual Play instead. That is going to do it for us. Be sure to follow the stream if you're all raiders. We just finished a terrific session of Monster of the Week. Thank you so much, raiders, for the follows. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, be sure to follow, subscribe if you can. Consider gifting subscriptions if you're already subscribed, and bits always help support the channel as we continue to bring you tabletop content. In the coming weeks, be sure to look out for new shows, including community theater and some other shows using some other systems. And in the coming weeks and months, we're excited to bring you new content when it's appropriate. And we're excited to explore new systems, not only for the purposes of Ghost in the Machine, but for other things as well. So yeah, thank you all so much. Let's raid, let's keep the love going. Let's keep it in tabletop RPGs. Actual Play, I think they're called. Gotta double check. Yep, Actual Play. Do baby shark. All right. Bye. Raid is sent. We are